Can we be confident that in trying to resolve the dreadful conflict in Ukraine, we won't end up in a situation where the Russians are almost rewarded for the terrible things they've done and left in what's more in a position where they can rebuild and become a menace again?
I understand why you and other thoughtful people would ask that question. And yet, I'm 100% confident that the one person who can lead the resolution of that in a way that both parties to that conflict have to pay a price is Donald Trump. Donald Trump, J.D. Vance, Secretary of State Marco Rubio will not agree to any peace agreement that somehow rewards Russia. That comes, however, with the understanding that Mr. Zelensky and the Ukrainians will have to accept they're not getting back the territory that they lost in 2014. That's a tragedy. I'm just speaking about realities here. But whether through sanctions or other punitive measures, part of the deal from the Americans will be the Russians have to pay a price. Donald Trump is not going to give that away. In fact, not suggesting you were doing the following at all, but I think that there have been some folks in Europe, maybe even in our American media, who have portrayed Mr. Trump, Mr. Vance, even me and my heritage colleagues, because of our realism about what's possible in Ukraine, as being Putin stooges. And if they can stop doing that kind of straw man argument and instead focus on what's real, then I think we actually can see a situation where Ukraine keeps as much territory as possible. They're given the opportunity to rebuild, perhaps over the next 10 or 20 years, become a democracy that's a model. Right now, they're not. I mean, you and I both know that Mr. Zelensky, in spite of his heroism in terms of being a military leader, has caused just terrible political violations of speech. Ukraine continues to be one of the most corrupt nations in the world, according to our Index of Economic Freedom. They've got some cleaning up to do as well. We ought to be sober and objective about those realities, starting, of course, with the evil that is represented by Putin. And I think Trump will do all that.